Hi, welcome to Refuge Rehash. I'm Jess Ayers.
And I'm Allie Fitzgerald.
And here's what happened last time on Fables of Refuge.
Dun dun! Goblins are attacking Genin. The party decides to head to the west gate since the north gate is already covered by the Goliath and several other teams from the tournament. They got this.
All right. The portcullis at the west gate is lowered, but 5 goblins managed to sneak under it.
How dare they? So rude.
Gross.
The party fights the goblins and takes heavy damage. Chandri is knocked unconscious, but Ash casts Cure Wounds on her. Didn't know he had that. And brings her back up. Tazu is also knocked unconscious next, but Chandri, bless her, stabilizes her.
Thanks, Chandri. The strongest goblin is the last to die. Marza casts a sleep spell on him, while Ash ties him up so the party can interrogate him.
It comes in handy. They don't find out much except that the goblins were given orders by the Lord and Lady. Sounds mysterious.
Tazu kills the goblin, and the party go investigate the rest of the town.
Chandri and Ash help Wet Toughshell extinguish a large fire on the event stage.
Marza and Tazu see another goblin running by, and Tazu hurls a dart at it, killing it.
It's a good revenge shot.
Yeah.
They encounter a man named Mr. Lux. He looks like some sort of magic user. He appears human, wavy hair, slender, dark blue robes with a compass star embroidered on the hem, golden eyes with blue outer irises. Oh, very pretty. Oh, and speaking of, kind of beautiful.
Yes, he's
Kind of beautiful. And a single freckle under each eye.
Ooh, very
Very
nice.
specific.
After the fire is put out, the group learns how unusual it is for goblins to attack the city like this.
The party speaks to Mayor Plowshare to tell him what they learned and help finish cleaning up the town. Most of the corpses belong to the goblins. They better.
Good. The mayor addresses the townspeople, offering words of encouragement and thanks to the local healers. And he mentions that the Prince in Oak was magic to safety with his advisor.
Good for them.
Yeah, it was good. I would have liked to, talk to them, but whatever.
He also announces that the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse were the tournament winners!
Tournament winners! The mayor offers the party 400 gold for winning the tournament, but the party decides to give the money back to the city of Genin to help rebuild.
It just seemed right.
Yeah, we're good people.
The party is offered rooms at the Plowshare's Rest, the nicer of the 2 inns.
All right, moving on up.
Fancy!
The mayor leads them to the common room in the inn.
In the room, the party meets with a dwarf in brown robes, a shepherd of the Raven Queen, a female half-of-A paladin, a grumpy-looking male of Vey in fine robes, and Mr. Lux.
Oh, Mr. Lux is back.
Made a comeback.
The party shares what they have learned. The grumpy Ave thinks Lord and Lady sounds like titles from an ancient time.
Oh, mysterious. The dwarf whom they discover is the Trinkle, a druid. Says he believes the earthquake has to be related to the goblin attack, and there hasn't been an earthquake in 800 plus years.
Long time.
Felt as if the earth shook in pain.
That sounds bad.
Sounds sad, too.
Yeah. The next morning, the mayor gives the party a map and directions to where they are headed. He mentions a bridge and tells the party not to mind Harold, but to bring him something shiny.
Okay. The party seeks out Welgen, the blacksmith, for some copper scraps to take to Harold.
Harold. This
Right.
Harold.
Right.
The party departs, heading west.
They arrive at the bridge and encounter Harold, who turns out to be a troll.
A troll under a bridge! I love it.
Jared's the best DM ever. They offer him the copper pieces, and he seems pleased, and they cross the bridge without incident.
Excellent. Along the road, Ash notices goblin tracks, so the party follows them into the woods.
Isn't this usually where they die in the horror films?
Right, but that's how the best
Stories
dungeon
are
crawls.
told.
Yeah.
The tracks are curving behind some hills. Tazu sees a large chunk of earth jutting out of the ground. It appears the earth shifted and broke the hillside apart violently.
They discover dead goblin bodies at the entrance to a cave.
Creepy.
Gross.
Tazu pokes a goblin, and sees a purple vine attached to it that's moving back into the cave towards the door.
Ash says it's a flesh-eating fungus and that the party should be careful.
Ooh, thanks, Ranger. Chandri tries to burn the vine and it lashes out at her but misses.
The party fights the 3 large vines before chopping them up and venturing into the cave.
Here we go. The party finds a locked door and a room with 7 unlit torches on the wall. The party lights them. The flames burn different colors of the rainbow. Pretty.
Ooh.
Should you do that on purpose?
Maybe.
Once placed in the correct order, it opens a small door filled with loot. a scroll, 2 green potions, a key, a large book, and a feather-embroidered cloth.
Marza takes the book. She can tell it's an ancient language that looks familiar, but she'll have to finish attuning to the spectacles before she can read it.
Chandri asks Marza to read the scroll, but her magic isn't quite that strong yet. She's still learning.
Level 1, babies.
Babies.
They use the key to open the locked door. It leads down a long, dusty hallway of worked stone. This means this is not a natural cave.
Spooky. Ash ventures down a hallway to the left and is attacked by a suit of magic armor.
Magic armor. It's a challenging fight, but the party prevails.
Chandri discovers an ancient elven script and a strange rune carved into the wall in between 2 large braziers.
Weird. Chandri struggles to read the ancient elven script on the wall, but eventually deciphers it.
They decide to take an etching of the strange rune, but when they touch it, a small hatch opens. Chandri reaches inside and pulls out a round object that resembles a compass. It is very intricate and beautiful.
And that's it for episode 2. Thank you so much for watching.
Special thanks to our patrons, Purifier,
Lord Nervelius,
and Zach Wilcock for their support and for creating the NPCs Mr. Lux,
the Tranquil, Lulson Twen,
and Harold, the troll under the bridge.
They were seen in this episode! Yay! Please subscribe and hit the notification bell to get alerts every time a new episode drops. And please consider supporting us on Patreon to help this adventure continue to grow.
Bye.
Bye.